Let's get right to the truth. You're trying to figure out if Vice golf balls are actually worth your hard-earned cash, or if it's just clever marketing in a pretty box. Because here is the honest reality. The golf ball market is confusing on purpose. Brands want you to think you need the most expensive ball on the shelf to play decent golf, and for most weekend golfers, that is simply not true. Today, we're cutting through the hype in this explainer to look directly at the facts and see if Vice actually saves you money.
Let's talk about the biggest money leak happening on the course right now. A dozen premium balls will run you close to $50, depending on where you look. Now, if you're a scratch golfer who practically lives at the course, sure, that price might make sense. But for a 15 or 20 handicapper who loses 2 or 3 balls a round, that gets expensive really fast. You start your round with a fresh box, you lose 4 of them by the 9th hole, and suddenly you're doing water ball math in your head instead of just enjoying your round. Later, I'll show you the one thing most buyers never check before buying, and it costs them every single time.
So here is where Vice Golf enters the chat. Vice is a German-founded, direct-to-consumer brand. They sell primarily online and position themselves as a premium alternative, but at a much lower price point. Their whole pitch is that they skip the retail markup by selling directly through their own website, completely cutting out the middleman. That's the pitch anyway. But is that actually true for a budget golfer? Well, let's look at what makes a ball worth your cash in the first place.
Before you buy, you need to hear this next part. Not every golfer needs the same ball, and buying the wrong one is just a massive waste of money. Here's what actually matters. First up is compression. Lower compression balls are better for slower swing speeds, while higher compression balls are built for faster swingers. If you don't match your swing speed, you're literally leaving performance on the table. Second is cover material. Urethane gives you more spin around the greens, but iron armor is way more durable and definitely cheaper. Third, real-world durability. Sculling a chip shot and scuffing a ball after just 2 holes is terrible value. And finally, your actual price per lost ball. Think about what you pay based on how many you actually lose. That math really matters.
And this is exactly where most golfers waste money. They decide to try out Vice, but they pick the completely wrong model for their game. Vice offers a few different models, and choosing the wrong one is honestly one of the most common buyer mistakes you can make. So let's break down their main lineup so you aren't throwing your cash away on performance you can't even use yet.
Let's look at the 2 absolute opposite ends of the spectrum. First, the Vice Pro. This is their flagship ball. It's got a multi-layer urethane cover designed to compete straight up with tour-level options. It is built strictly for better players with faster swing speeds who want tour-level feel. Listen, if you're a high handicapper losing balls regularly, putting a Vice Pro in play means you're paying a premium price for spin you simply can't feel yet. Instead, look over at the Vice Drive. It's their value option. Cheaper price, durable ionomer cover, built for distance. It's perfectly designed for beginners who just want a decent ball without crushing their wallet. Now, sitting right in the middle, we have the Vice Pro Soft and the Vice Tour. The Vice Pro Soft is a lower compression option with a urethane cover. It's really aimed at golfers with moderate swing speeds who still want that soft feel and decent greenside response, without feeling like they're hitting a rock. This is kind of the ultimate sweet spot for the average golfer. Just remember, a softer ball won't automatically give you more distance if your swing speed is already fast. Then there's the Vice Tour. It sits right between the Drive and the Pro, targeted at mid-handicappers who want a good balance between distance and control, but refuse to pay that full tour ball price.
Most buyers skip this and regret it later. So here are the smartest buyer tips to protect your cash. Number 1, always buy during Vice promotions. They run sales and bundle deals regularly online, and waiting for a promo saves you a meaningful amount per dozen. Number 2, absolutely do not buy a Vice Pro if you lose 3 balls a round. An expensive ball sitting at the bottom of a pond is still a waste of cash. Number 3, focus on keeping it in play first. If you're still building consistency, ball feel around the greens isn't going to affect your score much yet. Number 4, buy in bulk when you find a good price. And number 5, don't ignore mid-price competitors before you commit.
Let's keep things brutally honest and look at the real pros and cons here. On the pro side, that direct-to-consumer model absolutely means lower prices than comparable tour balls from the big retail brands. You're getting urethane cover options at a lower price point, and the Vice Pro and Pro Soft are genuinely competitive options for better players on a budget. But here are the real weaknesses. Vice is primarily sold online, so you can't just walk into a local golf shop and try a sleeve before you buy. Their pricing varies wildly depending on deals. Brand recognition is definitely lower, which, let's be real, matters to some people. And finally, some golfers report inconsistency in feel across different batches. It's anecdotal, sure, but you need to know about it before you hand over your money.
This next part changes the final answer completely. Let's clearly map out exactly who should buy what model. Buy the Vice Drive if you're a beginner or high handicapper who's still building consistency. It gives you very decent performance without the hefty cost of a premium option. Buy the Vice Pro Soft if you're a mid-handicapper with a moderate swing speed who really wants a premium cover material, but you don't want to pay full Callaway Chrome Soft prices. And only buy the Vice Pro if you are a low handicapper or a faster swinger who can genuinely feel and use tour-level performance.
Now, let's talk about who should avoid Vice entirely, because forcing a fit is just a bad investment. Skip Vice if you want to walk into a local store, hold the ball in your hand, and buy it that same day. Their retail availability is still very limited. Skip the Vice Pro specifically if you're a high handicapper. You'll be paying premium prices for differences you simply won't use. Skip Vice entirely if their current online price doesn't actually represent a meaningful saving over comparable balls from Strixon or Kirkland. And finally, skip it if you prefer strong brand recognition or if you just want your playing partners to instantly recognize what you're hitting off the tee.
The cheaper option is not always worse. Here is the catch. You have to look at the alternatives before checking out. Strixon's Q-Star or Q-Star Tour are genuinely strong mid-price balls with great feel. If you find these on sale at retail, they compete directly with Vice in terms of overall value. Also, look at Kirkland Signature golf balls. If you have a Costco membership, these are easily one of the most talked about budget options out there right now. They often represent a really strong value per dozen for mid-handicappers wanting that urethane cover without paying flagship prices.
Another totally solid alternative you need to know about is the Bridgestone E6 or E12 series. Bridgestone makes incredibly solid distance-focused options for mid and slower swing speeds at very competitive price points. If your game sits right in that gap between the Vice Drive and the Vice Pro Soft, the Bridgestone E-Series is absolutely worth comparing. Vice is a solid option for sure, but it's not automatically the best value every single time. You have to check the market.
So, here is the final bottom line value verdict. Buy the Vice Pro Soft. Honestly, that is the ultimate sweet spot for the average golfer, offering a urethane cover and softer feel at a price that actually makes sense. Buy the Vice Drive if you're a beginner who just needs a durable ball so you don't feel like you're throwing $5 bills into a pond all afternoon. Do not overpay for the Vice Pro unless your game genuinely earns that level of performance, and absolutely never overpay for a premium Titleist just out of habit. At the right price, Vice is a really smart buy. Just do the quick comparison first.
All right, that is the honest, value-first breakdown. Now I need to hear from you. Drop a comment below right now and tell me, what ball are you currently playing? What is your exact handicap? And how many balls do you typically lose in a round? Your specific answers change the recommendation more than anything else I could tell you. If this explainer helped you make a smarter buying decision, make sure you subscribe for more honest gear breakdowns. We only care about what actually saves you cash. Play smart. But before your next tee time, ask yourself, are you playing a ball that actually fits your game? Or are you just paying for the logo?